Hello everyone, Cole here with another episode of Questions for Cole. This is our 52nd episode and it is June the 2nd today. I did have one question come in a week ago about miracles, but I am going to save that one for next time. Today I want to finish what I started in the last episode by listing all of the different questions that have come in over the last year or so through the first 50 episodes. The idea was to first of all give a look back on all the different kinds of questions that people have asked me through this time of pandemic. Some of them humorous, some theological, some very deep thought-provoking questions, some not so much. And the other goal was to perhaps spark some new questions from all of you. I'm hoping that by hearing the whole list, that some other ideas will pop into your heads and you'll send in a whole new set of queries. We shall see. Anyway, last session I started with episode 1 and I got all the way to episode 21, listing all the questions that had come in during that period of time. And that ended up being a total of 51 questions up to that point. Some weeks had more than one, and a few even had 4 or 5. So here's the rest of the list, starting with episode 22 and the 52nd question altogether. Question 52. Why is it that people instruct you to bow your head while they give a prayer? Does God hear your prayers better that way? 53 was a question that came from an article I had read that week. The question was, are we in some ways allowing the environment and the climate crisis to take a back seat lately because of all the other big news that seems to be taking up all of our time and energy? Question 54 was a follow-up question from someone about that climate crisis question from the week before, asking if I could share the list of actions that we could take to help the environment. Question 55, Cole, do you ever get writer's block? 56, Cole, I was just wondering what's the most annoying or disruptive thing that's happened during one of your worship services. That was a long answer in which I shared 4 different stories over the next couple of episodes. Question 57. Cole, I was just wondering how you decide how long your sermons or reflections should be. How do you know when you're finished? 58. When did all of the different books of the Bible actually get put into what we now call the Bible? 59. Well, this was a question about different phrases and what they actually mean. This one was about the phrase raising Cain. What does that mean? Question 60. Someone asked me a question that week about all the different places I had served in ministry before Selkirk. 61. Cole, did you have a career before being called to ministry? 62. Cole, with all the negatives that have come out of COVID-19, have you had any positives? By the way, it was around this time that I started adding that fun quiz to the end of the sessions, the quiz with the pictures where you had to figure out the names of different towns in Manitoba. So that went on for a number of different episodes at the end of each of the sets of questions. Question 63. In the Advent wreath, why is one of the candles pink? 64. What is the church's sacrilegion discussion group all about? 65. Do you think with the actions of the 2 churches this weekend that it will give more reason for people to slam organized religion and hurt all the churches? And that, of course, was talking about the churches that ignored the provincial guidelines and restrictions and gathered anyway. Question 66. Are there any other ministers in your family? And what was your family's reaction when you decided to go into the ministry? Question 67. What is baptism, adult baptism, dedication, christening, confirmation? Why isn't it the same in all Christian churches if we are all Christian? Question 68. I have been playing our Christmas carols lately, Cole, and as with some other church hymns, I wonder what some of the lyrics mean. And I went on to answer some of the phrases that she wondered about, round yon virgin and cloven skies, for a couple of examples. 69. This week, 38 different people asked me the same question, which was, Cole, how was your Christmas? Which I answered. Question 70. Cole, who did all of the drawings for the Name That Manitoba Town quiz? Question 71. This question was about the hymn, God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, and the question was it just gentlemen who were wished tidings of comfort and joy? Why weren't ladies included? Question 72. This came from one of our Sunday school children, and apparently she became quite thoughtful and theological one day when she was in the middle of doing one of those great Sunday school crafts that went out to all of our families. And this was her question. She said, I really don't understand this. First, Jesus was alive, then he was dead, then he was alive, and now he's dead again. So I was asked to explain. Question 73. Cole, when you were in theological college, what was your favorite course that you took, and what was your least favorite? 74. I have a question for Cole. What would be his favorite restaurant if one should open here soon, and if he could have anything at that restaurant, what would it be? 75 was a question about technology that we use in our services and how that works for us. 76. Why is the Christ candle and the rainbow candle on the other side of you now, Cole, during our Sunday services? Question 77. Good morning, Cole. What is your best Sunday school memory? Do you have one? 78. We watched a video that week from a colleague of mine who answered the 6 biggest questions that people have about Lent. 79. Why are the 6 Sundays in Lent not counted as part of the 40 days of Lent? Question 80. How do you come up with all your ideas of what to talk about for sermons and midweek messages and sacrilegion gatherings? Question 81. Hi Cole, can we virtually meet that pooch that was making him or herself heard during your last midweek message? That's a good one. Question 82 came from a colleague of mine who was answering a question that came to him, which was, what is the mission or purpose of the church? Or what should be the mission and purpose of the church? Question 83, are we still able to celebrate baptisms during this time of pandemic? And if so, how? 84, Cole, why is St. Patrick a saint? 85, this one was about whether I was getting what people are calling Zoom fatigue. Question 86, Cole, are we going to continue with how we are communicating online after we are back in the sanctuary for worship? Question 87, Cole, we don't have a Maundy Thursday service this week, do we? And what is Maundy Thursday anyway? Question 88, Cole, what did you do during your time off last week? 89, Cole, have you ever played any pranks or done anything for April Fool's Day? Question 90, Cole, I regularly hear you reference other ministers from other congregations that you have read online articles by, or you share prayers or stories that they want to share as a whole. Do you also submit online articles that perhaps these ministers may read your contributions and discuss in their congregations? Question 91, Cole, did you get vaccinated yet? 92, this was a question that I asked myself. I asked Cole, with tomorrow being Earth Day, have you read anything this week about Earth Day that you'd like to share with everyone? And if you'll remember, the answer to that question was yes. Question 93, Cole, why are there so many different kinds of churches? And the last question on the 50th episode was question 94. Cole, what are your thoughts or opinions on MAID, which stands for Medical Assistance in Dying? And that's the whole list so far. 94 questions in total over 50 different episodes. We'll be at 100 questions before you know it, as long as you keep sending them in. So that's it for today. I hope that hearing that list gave you some more ideas. Send your questions to me at cole@selkirkunitedchurch.ca, and I'll look forward to receiving many. See you all next time. Bye for now.